I know that when you see weather like this, when you see radar like what you see behind us, for anybody who was here a couple of years ago, you think back to how bad that storm was in February of 2021 and the power outages that really the entire state had to deal with. But we want to kind of update you on how things are looking now as we chat with Andy Morgan, who's a spokesperson for Oncor. Thank you for joining us today. How are you guys handling this ice and sleet?
Hi, good morning, Marc and Kara. We're handling it fine just now. We've been pre-positioned since the last couple of days, and we've been watching the storm. So we're ready to go, and hopefully it won't be as bad as some people think.
Well, I'm looking at the map right now, and you all are in really good shape for the most part, and I am starting to see that pink appear on the radar. So what do folks need to do? If they potentially, lose a tree limb in all this and it lands on a power line, or their power does go out, what are some of the things, when we do see perhaps heavier buildup of ice?
Well, we encourage people to download the My Oncor app. That's one of the best ways to let us know that their power is out, or just to kind of keep up on what's going on. You can also text us at 66267. You can call us. You can keep track of us on social media. If you see a down power line, just stay away from it and call 911. Those are really dangerous. You don't want to get near it.
Can we just speak generally, Andy, to how better prepared you feel like the power grid is for moments like this? A couple of years ago we saw frozen natural gas lines, just really a complete failure across the board. But you guys, it seems, have worked hard to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, now we're the poles and wires company, so we don't do any generation. But, I know from what's happened in the last couple of years that those folks are better prepared, and we're better prepared too. But we kind of know how to be prepared. We're ready to go, and once the ice starts building up on trees, they fall into power lines. We're going to be out there getting power to people back on as quickly as possible. It's not fun to lose your power, and we know that. And so we try to get it back up and running as soon as possible.
Well, how much do you all have to see ice as far as that you've seen before, like on trees and things like that? Are we talking a specific amount that you've seen before when you start to see those trees come down, those limbs come down?
Yeah, actually, there's kind of the critical point is like when there's like a quarter of an inch or more. That's when the tree limbs and branches start, feeling the weight of that ice, and that can be hundreds of pounds of ice on trees and limbs, and if the wind picks up, then it's even worse. So we'll see that, but usually the critical point is about a quarter of an inch, and then once it gets up to half an inch, then we're talking some serious issues.
No, we appreciate that perspective. Thank you for that. That I did not know exactly how much that was going to look at, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, and again, Andy recommending that folks download Oncor's app, and as we're looking at the outage meter right now, it looks like things so far, so good. We hope they stay that way. Andy Morgan from Oncor, thank you for joining us this morning.
All right, we're going to be continuing to keep an eye on this weather. Here's the thing, if you have not downloaded our app yet, you really need to. This is giving you localized forecasts that Greg and Marielle are working on right now, access to our live radar. You can also keep up with any additional closures. You can upload photos because we've always are requesting those during this time because we want to make sure we know what's going on in your neighborhood. You're our best eyes and ears, so do that for us right now.